welcome to the channel. If you're open to receiving this healing, just say I accept. The set intention for this Reiki healing is to bring balance to your chakra system so you may have a restful sleep. Welcome in. Thank you for joining me today in this healing session. Namaste. Apologize, but I cannot understand your comment. Thank you, Elizabeth. I appreciate it. Thank you for the hug. Thank you for the likes. Let's grab a little bit of sage. Sounds like there's a car alarm going off way out there. I find it very interesting that the car alarm only started just before I clicked live. connected to Mother Gaia. Where's my water at? Yes, it broke in half because it was just one single one, but it's split in two. I'm very glad you're okay. A hug. Have a great start to the weekend. I appreciate that. It's going to be a very good weekend. Thank you for being open to receiving this energy. I'm starting to like the 3 a.m. Reiki sessions. It's very peaceful. The sound of the car just slowly fades out. Source Critter asks for a translucent shield of light. I feel a psychic connection. You can tell when someone's looking through your mind because you can feel them. Sometimes I have to go in and look around my astral body. I'm not an expert when it comes to astral travel because I still haven't mastered doing it intentionally. But I know that it's something that we do every night. Hello, welcome to the channel. The purpose of this Reiki healing is to bring relaxation, balancing the chakras, and help with insomnia. Perfect synchronization. I was dealing with particular, I don't know how to put this into words, dealing with certain coworkers who don't really have the best intentions. And usually before the shifts ends is when and it's usually on Fridays is when they like to ramp up their gifts for me of lower vibration. I find it very interesting. It was like the coworker that was mad because I decided that I did not want to sit in the break. I didn't sit in the lunchroom, so I sat in the shipping receiving room. Because sometimes I make my like the short videos, like I record videos in that little office area, and I guess the guy is in the morning shift and doesn't want me to be in there because I know that the other coworker knows I make videos because sometimes they will walk past or drive past with their high-low, and then they will emanate a whole bunch of like lower vibrational energy directed at me when I start recording. And since the other guy in the morning shift, they came up to me and they started projecting a whole bunch of lower vibrational energy. And he was like, there's a lunchroom, you should go over there. Or it's almost like they're trying to command me or tell me, um, go in the lunchroom. But it was how they say it. It was like the energy behind it. So I was like, okay. And so today I decided to go back in the small room and actually recorded a short video and posted it. And then literally like 30 seconds after I posted my last short, the coworker came in there and it was a test. So how the tests go, since I had an old mother wound, that's what we call it, like from when sometimes when your parents they come up to you and they be like, didn't I tell you to do this or didn't I tell you to do that? It was that type of energy. But it was like he just flung open the door and he had the energy of rage. So they start projecting that energy, and all I did was just smile back and just look. Didn't say anything, and I was like, yes. They become stubble, and then they become very prominent. And so you projected a whole bunch of energy, but then I immediately transmuted and returned to cinder and light. So then they stormed off, and I continued to sit in the room. So then he realized that didn't work. So he came back. He walked past. He walked, and then he went behind the shelves. And then I keep seeing him look on the side of the eye, just staring at me, walking back and forth, staring, trying to project, trying to I don't know. I think people call it divination, or I became aware of like when other people was trying to read my mind, because the second they do that, I start hearing their thoughts or start hearing how they think. And so he kept trying to connect to me psychically, but I kept cutting the cord, so he kept looking like I was like, I wish I could just be like, hey, I know I can see you. But if I would just walk to someone and just tell them what they're doing, then they would try to say, oh, that person's crazy. So you really got to play it covertly, because they want to play like they don't know what's happening. So I just act like I don't know what's happening, but I still prevent it. Nah, well, they try. See, they try to scare you, but if you're already aware of what they're doing, then it just becomes obsolete. So then it just becomes a funny show that I watch. It becomes a very comedic show because you're watching someone who's trying to manipulate you or trying to come up with a plan to scare you. So I just like to watch. So so then he got on his high low and came back again and parked his high low and then fell asleep. But he fell asleep, but I can still feel his astral body. So he went into the astral plane and I felt his astral body. So like he drove over there across from where I was at and then just went like this and just went to sleep. And then I felt his astral body leave out his body and come near me and it wrapped around me. And when it went around me, I was unable to feel energy. Like it was like my heart chakra was getting closed down. So I was like, oh, so they went into the astral. So I immediately cleared it as I returned to sender. And all that energy, that illusion energy, just went back off. And then he woke up and started coughing. And then he got off and he was staring at me. He was really mad. And so then I see him try to do it. He tried to place an energetic trip wire. So he touched one part of the area, then he walked, and then he touched the other area. And if you're sensitive to enough energy, you can actually feel them, the little energetic cord. And so if you walk into it, then you get like a cord attachment. So I just cut it with my hand. I was like, like that, and then it was the end of that. It was like so then I had to clear my energy because usually it's like I think it's called sleep magic, trying to attach yourself to me, and so when I go to sleep, they'll be attached to me in the dream state. But, I can't let that happen. I see it as fun little games I try to play. Because I think they need to understand like whenever someone's reading someone else's energy, the other person can they know you can definitely tell when someone is reading your energy because you can feel their consciousness moving in your body. Like if someone is whenever someone's like when a tarot reader is reading my energy, I can feel them moving up and down my chakras, and like moving and grabbing information. You can feel when other people's reading you. Can you cut the cords when you feel them attaching to you? Yes, you can cut the cords, and also you can cut the cords psychically. You can cut the cords without even using scissors. You can cut them with your mind by moving your awareness up and down in your body. And wherever you feel the cord, focus on the cord. If you focus your attention on the cord, you will cut it because you will feel that space. Your awareness will feel that space, and you'll cut it off. May I ask why you want to know what state, even though I said it like 1,000 times? I just want to know because I'm curious now. Yep, I understand. I live in Michigan. I have not traveled too much. the States. I apologize for being very standoffish, but I have like a lot of people astral project to me. A lot. I usually have like a lot of people be walking around, staring. He said, I feel Italian from you. Oh, Italy? Or, I'm saying that right. I was raised by my grandparents and my granddad. He speaks German. Yes, the best cord cutting is when you do it for yourself. But um, you can do like this, like grabbing your chakras, or like this. Thank you. I know yesterday I was learning like a powerful lesson about my own self, and I was realizing how I was judging others. So like, because I was cleansing my consciousness, and so like if I was like on Facebook, and I was scrolling through Facebook, and then a very like sexualized picture pops up out of nowhere, and my ego was like, when you have a spiritual ego, it's like, oh, that's bad. But then as I was listening to Archangel Michael, he brought that up through my memory, like I was watching the video and he brought it up. He said, you're judging the other being. That is her own path, so do not judge her. And I was like, oh, I see how I was judging the other person, saying that what she was doing was bad. No, that is her own, that is her own path. So it's not right or wrong. And what I need to do is focus on accepting how I felt within myself and own how I felt, and don't try to place it, or don't demonize or criminalize someone else, because all those emotions are coming from me, not the other person. The other person's not making me feel those emotions. Those are my own emotions. So I intentionally cut around all my chakras. I never did it. Oh, and instinctively cut. Yeah, like a 360, because we, the chakra feels different from the sides than from the back. If I ever were to start doing Reiki on an actual person, I'll I wouldn't just do, because most people, they only focus like on the front part of the person. Like when I usually watch Reiki videos, I only see them doing Reiki on their front. But how about the back chakras? Because it's actually the back chakras are usually the ones that's more blocked than the front. Because most of the time, people don't project energy at the front of you; they project energy at your back. Because they can't throw the energetic cords at you when they're facing. They only do that when you have your back turned. People they'll literally this you can see because sometimes people they'll literally throw the cord or they go like that or they do a sleight of hand magic. So yeah, pardon. Any opinion on astrology? Well, I'm not really educated in astrology. I only know my signs. I don't really know all the house placements. I know that I'm supposed to get into it, but I just haven't gotten to it. That's just me procrastinating because I know it will help me a lot if I were to get into the angel numbers and astrology. Yes, around this time you feel a lot of energy moving through the throat chakra because the throat chakra is getting freed. I've been feeling like weird energy. Sometimes it feels like there's a hole in the throat chakra, and I realize like if you close your eyes and then you when you breathe in, when you exhale very softly and move your awareness to your throat chakra. And when you exhale, push outwards. So when you breathe in, push outwards. I am not stopping you. If you do miracles, then do it. Yes, very strong intuitive gifts. As I say, the best Reiki is the Reiki that you do on yourself. If you just practice what I'm doing throughout your day, if you're constantly checking your chakras and cleaning your chakras, you can immediately tell when someone tried to clog them because then you can immediately clear them out because then you obtain body awareness. You become aware of the body and then you can immediately tell where energetic cord is and you can just swipe it away. I understand. It is time for me to get back into the Reiki because I am expending too much energy into the chat. So let me focus now. So I'm not going to be looking at the comments for about 10 minutes. I'm now going to use my crystal skull to connect deeper and to remove energy blockages in the crown chakra. So I'm using my singulacrum, connecting my mind to the crystal skull, feeling for blockages, removing them. Connecting the sacred mind to the third eye, realigning the third eye. The crystal skull only reflects to you your own mental state. So any energy that you may feel If you may feel fear that brings up, it is bringing you the awareness, bringing up to your conscious mind from the subconscious mind any limiting belief systems, and this is the time that allow you to release them. If you feel any fear, close the circuit by saying, I choose to feel fear because I believe that it serves me too, and I choose to let it go. Then you can say, I choose to feel unconditional love because I believe I must. If you feel anxiety, say, I choose to feel anxiety because I believe there's a belief system that it serves me. And then now I release. And now I replace this program with, I choose to feel peace because I must. I've been alerted by my spiritual masters as assistants are removing this energetic cord from our sacral chakra. Solar plexus chakra. Jesus nails. Okay, about to take a quick look at the comments. So I'm trying to figure out a schedule because usually these nighttime ones is directly after I get off work, and then if I could find a designated time. So I'm trying to keep it at 3 a.m., around 3 a.m., and then going on. Because since this is part of my daily routine of cleansing my energy before I go to sleep, and I'm just trying to figure out a good time for in the morning time. Because sometimes I end up sleeping way over my attended time. What's really helping me is these power banks that I have bought. I bought a couple of these power banks. It's around 3:38. I see that's my spirit guides talking to me right now because if it's 38. I've been seeing 38 and 48 like 10,000 times. Oh, it's early morning over there. It seems that most of my viewers are on the other side of the world. Good morning energy. Right now it's getting really close to 4 a.m. I say the best portals are usually at 12 a.m. and 3 to 4 a.m. Welcome in to this Reiki healing. You're just in time because the energies are more balanced. They're not as chaotic. Usually the first hour of the Reiki videos are chaotic because I have not been channeling the energy. Blockage right there. Blockage in the mind. Let's remove that. I felt an energy blockage. It's okay though. Just gotta pull them out. Grab it. It's a stubborn one. It's right there. I use my crystal skull for this one. So this energy blockage is right here, and it goes back. I ask assistance of my spiritual masters in transmuting this energy into light. I start to like stutter a little bit and get lost in words because the blockage is right there. When I say energy blockages, is imagine like when you're trying to recall information, your awareness is constantly moving around in your brain. So I'm constantly moving myself around in my brain. And then when I try to move myself to the left side of my brain, there's like an invisible wall, like an indent. And what I have to do is focus on the indent and focus beam. So I'm going to use the violet flame. There it is. I see there's a little tricky blockage. It's trying to get away from me. I give it to my dragon guides because dragons eat dark energy and transmute it into light. It's probably one of the main reasons why the dark beings don't like dragons. Because they're dragon food. Speaking of that, I ask my dragon guides to transmute this energy. It is very good to work with the dragon guides, since this is the year of the dragon. I like to work with my elemental dragon. He's a gold dragon, and I connect to him with this gold right here. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am balanced. I am capable of balancing my surroundings. My throat chakra is clear. My heart chakra is open. All energetic cords and blockages to the intuitive channel are neutralized, transmuted into light. All programs of hatred, fear, and anger are neutralized and transmuted into light. So he's right there. Just remind me that one time when I went and seen Billy Carson that one time. I did that thing before. Just saying, the energy block is it's not something negative. It is something I felt within one of the viewers. One of the viewers had an energy blockage, and since right now I'm connected to your energy, any blockages that you have, it's almost like you're overlaying over me. So like I'm seeing, and then I'm like a blank canvas, and whenever someone comes in, it's like their energy body gets overlaid over mine, so I can immediately feel their energy. And so it's almost like I'm moving, it's like I'm the consciousness and I'm moving around in the other person's, their energy body, and I'm clearing out their energy body for them. So it's like, it's not a negative attack or anything, it's just I'm sensing the energy. And as I remove the energy blockage, you start to feel more like tired and sleepy because it's releasing the energy. So now your energy is flowing. Almost done with that one. I say you have to look at negative energy attacks as a fun puzzle, especially if you're doing Reiki, because when you're doing Reiki and someone do black magic on you, it allows you to break it down. It's like you break down their spell, and then you start to you see how it wires, like how they wire your brain. And then what I do is I can go in and I look at it and I see how it's tangled in wire. And then what I'm doing is like I am. So like imagine the black magic is like a vortex of energy that's twisted in a whole bunch of different areas, and then it's placed inside the astral body. And what I do is I feel it, and then I'm detangling it. So I grab a piece of it, and then I move it around and move it to the other part of the brain. And then I grab another piece of it, and then I detangled it, and then I spin it, and then I grab another piece and rewire it, and grab another piece, and clear it. Well, sometimes the blockages come from us ourselves. Sometimes we place the blockages, like when we resist. Sometimes we create resistance in ourselves, and we make a mini black hole inside ourselves. So it's always best to claim it as yours, because then you take over it, you take control over it. But if you completely, so basically what happens is the other person's not placing the blockage in you. The person's sharing their belief system, and then you buy into the belief system and you place the blockage in yourself. This is why I'm saying like no one's attacking you. They're putting up an illusion in front of you so you can attack yourself. Because ultimately they don't have power. The only abilities they have is illusion. So they can place a veil in front of you, but how you break it is you don't respond. You act the same no matter what. So like for instance, a person can come up to you and they can be doing the gestures or doing the actions of like they're stealing from you, but if you just completely act like or be in the state of like even though that they're doing that but you're just still being the same and not caring what they're doing, then immediately it will stop working. It will backfire on them. It must be. Yeah, that's why I'm all day out here in the middle of the woods, because it's like no one talks about when you raise your vibration. um the higher you raise your vibration, the more darkness you will see, and then you have to be prepared for that. So a lot of people will say, "Oh, I'm raising my vibration, so that means I'm going to see less darkness." No, when you raise your vibration, you're going to see more of the darkness, but you're going to see it as like a glass window. So it's going to be glass, and then you can choose if you want to step out. If you step out, then you be all in it. Then you be like getting attacked. But if you're just observing it, like yes, I raise my vibration super high, but I can see it, but I'm not becoming of it. I'm just looking at it. And it's definitely overwhelming at first. It's almost like that scene from Superman where he was able to like remember he had super X-ray vision or super hearing. It's like that. It's like your clairaudience gets enhanced. You're not hearing words like people's thoughts. Like that happened before when I took LSD. That's what happened. I was immediately hearing everybody's thoughts, which is you don't want to do that because you literally tear a hole in your energetic body when you do that, because all the energy gets forced into one section, so it can cause damage. But that's why you want to do it gradually. Gradually. Okay, let me get back into the Reiki session because I am getting sidetracked, and I'm starting to feel my throat chakra energy close off. My I'm hearing like different language, light language coming. Sometimes there's a language that you can speak with your hand in energy balls. That's what I was remembering when I sang my name. It was version, like that. Version. When I do that, when I say my name, I feel the energy. When I say ver, it's like the energy goes like it's like a triangle that's going back. It's ver, and then when I say Sean, it goes. Like you can feel the energy behind the words. Some words go inward and some go outward. So they're like And then I say, man, verse, verse, this is the ver, and then it's been a while since I've been in this state again. It's like whenever I'm on camera, it takes a little while for me to get back into the state because sometimes there be some states that I wish I catch on camera that I'm in. Us, nis, was, nifos, us, us. I can feel the energy beam moving through my body. Now, to bring it relax now. There's some intense energy right there. I am light. I am the light. I am light. I ask my Archangel Michael to surround me in the blue cloak of light. I ask for the violet flame of truth, of the highest appropriate vibration. I ask Mother Mary to surround me in the pink ray. And ask my spiritual master, Sananda, to illuminate my mind with the light. Thank you, Sananda. Jesus. Realigning the spine. Healing soul wounds, soul tears, filling them with light, white light, and filling every wound or scar that's on the physical body with white light, so no energetic parasites will attach yourself. If you ever get a cut or a scratch and you start to bleed, immediately wrap that area with white light. If you don't wrap it with white light, energetic beings will like to try to attach yourself, because the true vampires, they feed on the energetic energy of your blood. So you want to wrap yourself in white light. because if you get a cut, they can sense it. And then they try to swarm you. Astral parasites, they'll attach yourself to the cut area and then feed off the energy. Because if you cut your physical body, the energy spills out, the energetic spills out along with the blood. So you want to seal it off. So sealing off all soul wounds and physical wounds with white light. Removing astral parasites, energetic vampires. Removing negative oriented elementals. Reinforcing white light protection. Using dragon fire, purple dragon fire. Asking fire elemental salamander energy. I can really feel the elemental beings right now. They're like all over my tent. Water elementals. I want to say thank you for everyone who joined me today in this Reiki healing session. Understand that I have never left. There is no true ending. The healing is infinite. I love everyone who joined today unconditionally. I'm sending the highest vibration of unconditional love to all those who are open to receiving this healing. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the comments. May your day or night be filled with the light. Namaste. Thank you.